Ha 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 ha! Now you have a scar just like me, Harry Thomas. Maybe, but you know, Scar, not all the characters with scars are evil. Just look at Harry Potter.
To the pride lands till the pride lands with all our friends we will defend till the pride lands.
The Lion Guard Battle for the Pride Lands is the third and final movie in the Lion Guard movie trilogy and the pilot of season 3, the greatest Lion Guard season, as well as the sixth movie installment in the Lion King franchise overall, and premiered on Disney Junior in August 2019, around the exact same time the shitty remake was in cinemas. But this and Lion Guard Season 3 were the good 25th anniversary celebration of The Lion King. So, Battle for the Pride Lands tells a story taking place where season 2 left off after Scar and his army burnt down Mizivu Grove, and Onga recently joined the guard, and Simba realizes that the only way to truly defeat Scar and Scar's army is to take the fight into the Outlands. So Scar not only plots to burn down the royal family and the guard and Pride Rock, but he has a black hat plan if this fails to give Kayana Scar just like him. Jonja has a change of heart and a change of allegiance of his own. Now, I did make video 5 years ago about how this movie did show Scar's backstory about how he got his scar, but I never reviewed the full movie itself, so it's high time I did. Boy, there is a lot to uh, chat about this movie. Battle for the Pride Lands is unquestionably the best of the three Lion Gaza movies, and certainly the most epic and mature. I loved every single moment of this, and for Lion King fans, you will be in heaven watching it. Like, this is even my second favorite Lion King movie in general. I'm even putting it above Simba's Pride and Lion King 1.5, a second only to the original film, of course. But my goodness, Battle for the Pride Lands is as epic as TV special movies come. This not only kick-started off the third season with a tremendous banger, but it gets so dark at times that you question, are you sure this is a Disney Junior movie? And the opening first minutes where you see the titles come up and the opening haunting and bleak music just uh, makes the hairs on the back of your neck stick right up. You're like, okay, this is gonna be the final stand against Scar. The entirety of season 2 was building up to, and we finally get to see it, and it's it's surpasses all our expectations. We see the Lion Guard members, Kyan fully, Bunga and Honor and Bestie fully age in this one. They are now young adults, no longer kids. And and we get two epic new covers of the Lion Guard's most iconic catchphrase, "Till the Pride lands end, Lion Guard defend." I mean, and the first cover is it is so beautifully sung, and then the second one is more of a rap and a faster version, as we see Kyan and the Guard successfully keeping Scar's army in the Outlands. And there are three brand new songs in this movie, like Jonja's song "A New Way to Go," where he finally uh, turns away from Scar and his evil ways and sides with the Pridelanders, as he realizes that Chasiri, being an ally of the Lion Guard, she and her hyena resistance are so much happier than Jonja and his hyenas Chiji and Chongo, and realizes Scar does not give a shit about him. This is what uh, begins well, Jonja and Chasiri's romance, and yeah, they do make a real unlikely couple. For those who complain, why would the hyenas side with Scar in the Lion Guard after he betrayed them at the Battle of Pride Rock when he said to Simba they were the real enemy? Zira in Lion King 2 didn't hear the story that uh, the hyenas killed Scar. She was convinced it was Simba. So maybe the hyenas thought the same, that it was Simba and not the other hyenas that murdered him. So clearly, not everybody knew the story, and word of mouth hadn't gotten out. To those who also complain, why didn't Zira and the Outlanders join Scar's army? Well, uh, because uh, because then the events of Lion King 2 would have been entirely different had Zira known that Scar had been resurrected in spirit form. So they needed to keep the continuity. And this is the second time Scar has double crossed the hyenas, and the second time trusting Scar has bit the hyenas in the arse when Scar orders the fire of Pride Rock to be lit while Jonja and his hyenas are still inside, which finally turns Jonja away from Scar completely. And then, luckily, the royal family, Simba, Nala, and Kiara, and Kion and the Guard do escape the fire. And it's such a classic callback to the final battle of the original Lion King when Pride Rock went up in huge flames. It's like a deja vu if you're a die-hard Lion King fan, and then Scar's appears in the fire of Pride Rock, like he's burning down the entire thing, and uh, but but thankfully his plan totally fails, and then uh, just before the climax, a Scar gets to sing to Ushari his villain song, and the best song in the movie, "When I Led the Guards," which in all honesty is Scar's best villain song since Be Prepared. It's so much better and more memorable than I Had a Plan, the song he sung in the season 2 episode "Let Sleeping Crocs Lie." And this is David Oli's greatest vocal performance as a Scar. I mean, he truly goes there and feels makes Scar feel savage and bloodthirsty. I am convinced David Oli at times broke his voice doing this vocal performance, like Jeremy Irons broke his voice voicing Scar and Be Prepared, like when Ushari bites Kyan and Kyan has his scar, and then he attempts to manipulate Kayana to join his side by saying his darker version of "CC me sour." "CC me sour" means we're the same, though you're made of flesh and I'm made of flame. But then Kayana is luckily able to defeat Scar by summoning the elders and letting them rain down on Scar's fiery spirit, extinguishing him. and even Ushari gets his comeuppance when he leaps at Kyan and then falls into the lava, but luckily uh, is Bunga is survives and is flown out. For a split second there, you were so worried sick that Bunga was gonna die. I mean, and but it's satisfying that Ushari also got his just dessert because as resurrecting Scar was his idea to begin with, and uh, even though the weakest song in this movie is the one Kion the God and the Pride Landers sing, it's still a hopeful tune to keep our spirits up and to show not it's not just the villains in this movie that gets to sing, and then uh, what makes the stakes extremely high in this movie is even with Scar's defeat, it's still not entirely a victory as Kayana is has now got his scar and is becoming more and more like Scar as Ushari's venom poisoning Kyan. So uh, that's what kickstarts the journey to the Tree of Life as we see for the first half of season 3, as with the help of Rafiki and his map, and on when as they set off on their journey to the Tree of Life, Kyan and Fully do glance at one another rather romantically, which is so cute, and it does hint that there is something there between Kyan and Fully. But don't get your hopes up, Kyan and Fully shippers. You know that he does fall in love with Rani of the Night Prider, but yeah, overall, Battle for the Pride Lands is the epic Avengers Endgame of the Lion Guard movie trilogy, and that's a fair comparison as it released the exact same year as Endgame. Has some of the finest action of the Lion King series, some of the most crowd pleasing and fan cheering moments, and it is it, and totally won every non-Lion Guard fan over. I give the Lion Guard Battle for the Pride Lands 5 stars out of 5. Best Lion Guard movie ever. So yeah, with one decent movie and two uh, masterpieces, the Lion Guard does make for a uh, uh, for the most part, it's a great trilogy. I also love that Kyan's Scar has two lines, unlike Scar's and Kovu's. They had just one scratch line, and each of the 3 Lion Guard movies are just like an hour long, so they're that easy to watch, and adult Lion King fans can watch them without the kids. That is how worthy to the Lion King franchise they are. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. What are your thoughts on Battle for the Pride Lands, and how does it compare to the other Lion Guard movies? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'll see you all next time. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.